right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. And the prejudging for men's open bodybuilding at the 2025 Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio just wrapped up, as well as the finals for men's classic physique for the 2025 Arnold Classic. So let's go ahead and start with men's classic physique because I feel like that was one of the bigger stories of the weekend. And one of the things that I was most excited to see, because after watching the prejudging this morning and seeing how good Logan looked, it felt like there was going to be a bit of a shift in momentum of who the top guys were going to be, and that's kind of exactly what we got. So, in fifth place, you had Wesley Vissers. I think that was a pretty big surprise. I think going into the show, obviously, Wesley being the reigning, defending Arnold Classic champion, not only in Ohio, but the UK Arnold Classic champion as well. And going into the show, Mike Sommerfeld being runner-up at the Olympia, that was the conversation, Wesley versus Mike, with the addition of, Michael DeBull. He was a high Olympia placer as well. Matt Grego, another top 10 Olympia placer. But I think that this was kind of a shakeup with the Classic Physique placings, and that's what I'm starting to really enjoy about Classic Physique, is like even if you look back at last year when Wesley won, that was a really big shakeup from how the Olympia had turned out the previous year. I don't think anybody was expecting Wesley to come in and win the Arnold. Now, even though Mike Sommerfeld came in and won the Arnold, and I think people were still kind of expecting that, I think Logan Franklin was the standout star of that show. So it was Wesley in fifth, Michael DeBull in fourth, Matt Grego in third, Logan Franklin in second, also winning another Best Poser award, which he won back in 2021, the last time he did the Arnold Classic. But at the Olympia in 2024, Logan was outside of the top 10. Nobody was really talking about him. And it didn't really seem like he was going to be a big threat going into the Arnold until the last maybe 3 weeks or so. The updates that we started to see of Logan over the last 3 weeks from the show really looked like a different Logan. And that's what we got on stage. I think this is the best Logan Franklin that we've seen on stage to this day. The level of detail, the level of conditioning, this was a masterpiece by Logan. And even though he took second, which I think is a huge accomplishment for him, I don't think second is anything he should be upset about because, like I said, going into the show, it didn't really seem like anybody was talking about Logan potentially being a second-place guy. It was Mike and Wesley, and then, Matt Grego, Michael DeBull. So hats off to Logan, man. He really nailed this. But I think second place he should be proud of. I think this is huge for him, and now he's in the conversation going into the Olympia. If he keeps improving and bringing packages that are similar to what he brought here, like the detail that he brought in his physique, every time he hit a pose, it just draws your eyes to Logan, and him being a taller guy with that stage presence and really good posing. And by the way, the guy that won, Mike Sommerfeld, his posing routine was phenomenal. I thought there was a chance that Mike may have won the Best Poser award. Him and Logan were neck and neck, I think, when it came to that, too. They both are phenomenal posers. But I'm just super happy to see this result for Logan. He's a really nice guy. He's got a great physique. And just, I love these underdog stories where a guy comes up from kind of nowhere. I mean, like I said, no one was really talking about Logan as being a favorite to win this show, and really just over-delivers. That's what I like to see. That's what the fun part of bodybuilding competitions really is when a guy you don't expect brings a package like that. It was phenomenal. And Mike Sommerfeld ended up winning. I thought he looked phenomenal as well. And when we were watching the finals backstage, I was thinking, man, I really want Logan to win. But Mike brought a very, very complete package. I mean, from a bodybuilding standpoint, like I said in the prejudging video, and, again, albeit this is Classic Physique, but from a bodybuilding standpoint, Mike just has so much more muscle than Logan does, especially when it comes to the lower body. But on top of that, Mike does have that classic shape to him. He's got a really small waist and a great V-taper. And I just kind of had that feeling after seeing Mike, and especially at finals, that Mike was going to end up taking the win because he's got the classic look, and he was just more muscular than Logan, and he was on. But Logan, I think, has a very bright future in Classic Physique, and I was happy to see him do well here. And that was my highlight of the show, was watching the Classic Physique, seeing Logan just at his all-time best. He looked great, and I can't say enough good things about his physique, about his posing routine. When you talk about what you want from the classic physique division, I think Logan kind of gives you all of those things, even down to the posing. And again, Mike does as well, but I was very, very impressed by Logan Franklin here. Now, let's pivot over into men's open bodybuilding here. So, in men's open bodybuilding, the first call-out, Akeem Williams, Andrew Jacked, Samson Dauda, Derek Lunsford, Brandon Curry made the first call-out, as well as William Bonac. Now, I think the thing that surprised me the most about this first call-out was Sean Clarita not making it to the first call-out. I really think Sean looked phenomenal here. But, I mean, you can't really complain about a first call-out that includes 3 Mr. Olympias all in one: Brandon Curry, Samson Dauda, and Derek Lunsford. And so the conversation still ended up being, though, what we thought it was going to be. I still feel this is very much a two-man show, even though they never gave us a two-man call-out, which when me and Phil were doing the commentary, that's one thing Phil kept saying, is he really wants to see a two-man call-out because realistically the show is between Derek and Samson. And Andrew Jacked, while it looks like he is in the top 3 because, like I said, they gave us this 3-man call-out that was very long, I think Andrew Jacked, I thought it was pretty clear he wasn't beating Derek or Samson. He still kind of suffered from the same issue that he has for a while, and that is from the back, his lower body, it just was not in. And it's kind of the same thing that we've said about him for a while. And it was, I think that the main thing that stood out to me about the top 3, being Derek, Samson, and Andrew, was that Derek brought a physique that was very competitive. And Derek brought a physique that really let everybody know this is not just Samson's show, and I'm not done yet. Just because I lost the Olympia in 2024, I lost my title, I dropped to 3rd place, I'm still here. I may have a new coach, I may have a new strategy, but I think what Derek showed at this Arnold Classic 2025 is that he is still 100% in this fight. This is not a slam dunk victory for Samson Dauda. Derek Lunsford, the physique that he brought was excellent. This was a very good version of Derek. I would say better than the Olympia. And I think the thing that really made people start to sway towards Derek potentially winning the show by the end of prejudging was the fact that when they did that 3-man call-out, they ran it and ran it and ran it over and over and over again. And I think that as you watched that 3-man call-out at the very end of this prejudging, what you saw was Samson started to fade about halfway through towards the end. And Derek, not only did he not fade, he was getting harder. And so I was surprised to see that this is more of a battle than I think we thought we were going to get going into the show, because Samson is the reigning defending Mr. Olympia. So to beat the reigning defending Mr. Olympia outside of the Olympia, it doesn't happen very often. And it's only happened a few times that I can even think of. And so Derek would have to knock him out to do that. And in my opinion, Derek brought such a physique that by the end of that top 3, I feel like I was leaning towards Derek. And I went into this show thinking Samson is just going to dominate this thing. But Derek really brought it. It was undeniable that Derek is still hanging in here and even proving that, you know, I might not be with Hani Rambod anymore. I may have a new coach, but I'm a fantastic bodybuilder regardless of who's coaching me. And so this is a tough one, man, because it seems so unlikely that, like I said, a reigning Mr. Olympia, you really got to knock that guy out if you're going to beat him outside of the Olympia. You got to blow him out of the water to beat him. And I don't know if I would say Derek blew Samson out of the water, but I would say the door is open and it's close, and Derek is in this fight for sure. I'm sure some people might comment and say they think it's between Samson and Andrew. But I really feel like Andrew was looking at 3rd, and I really would have liked to see just Derek and Samson in the same call-out, a top 2. Just, that's what I wanted to see. And I'm curious to see what happens tomorrow as far as if anybody fades, if anybody comes in better, if these call-outs change. Like I said, I kind of want to see Clarita a little bit more in the mix, and maybe he'll have a chance to get a better call out or move up tomorrow. But they also did a call out that would suggest that Brandon would be in 4th and that Andrew would be in 3rd. So it'll be interesting. I don't think this show is decided right now. I think it actually is very close. I don't think this is a Samson Dauda blowout. I think that this is going to be a real battle at the finals tomorrow. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you guys have winning the 2025 Arnold Classic Ohio? Is it Samson? Is it Derek? Or maybe even you have Andrew Jack winning the show. Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe for more. All right, guys, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content. Also, check out my Instagram at NickStrengthPower, my Facebook page, which is simply Nick Strength and Power, my secondary YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Vlogs, for vlogs and bonus content that you will not see on this channel. And consider subscribing to my 3rd YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Pokemon, which is all things Pokemon and trading card games, completely unrelated to this channel. So if you're into that, give that one a look. And all links to merchandise and social media will be in the description box below. If you guys want a Nick Strength and Power t-shirt, that will be in the Shopify link below. Have a great day.